I think it always has to go back to what do you like to do? You know what I mean?
Course.
You know, like that's because like sitting here doing this, I've had so much fun. Even just doing YouTube, and I've only been like literally October makes a year, so I've been doing this for a year now. But I've enjoyed this. I really have.
Yeah.
I mean, whether something is like 1 view or 200, I don't really care.
That's the main thing.
You know,
you don't want to do it for like the reasons that you don't. You know, it's popularity, and I know a lot of people that are like high up there and they still have these thoughts. You know, because they don't really truly enjoy it. They're doing it just to do it.
Do it, yeah.
But like at the same time, like you want to enjoy it. That's what keeps you in.
Exactly
Whatever you're trying to get.
Exactly.
I'm pretty much using my invincibility right now.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Oh wait, there's a second phase.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah, with the gravity.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wanna enjoy it, man. Like you want to really get into it and just enjoy everything.
Exactly.
In life, you know, like it doesn't even matter if it's something that you think people are gonna laugh at. Don't worry about that, man.
Exactly.
It's like a lot of things that are cool right now. So many people got laughed at. So many people got laughed at.
Yeah, you know what? Everything we've talked about.
Yeah.
At one point, people used to laugh at it, like comic books and stuff like, oh, it's the nerdiest thing. It's the most mainstream thing that's happening in movies right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So many things got influenced by comic books that weren't even comic books.
Yeah,
and like it's crazy once you do like the history and like once you finally understand everything for what it's worth. It's dope. Like it's awesome to see where everything is connected. Everything kind of intertwines with each other.
Yeah,
and it's just. You know, you have so much respect for it, and when you have a respect for it, you have a passion and you have a love for it.
Yeah, and then like normal, and everything else follows suit, you know. And like the biggest thing is, like, you know, going to college, you learn the one thing you learn in college. I mean, you're gonna learn.
Hold up. I didn't see anything, man.
Okay. But like the one thing you do, I mean, you're gonna get the knowledge in college. Don't ever worry about that. You're gonna get the know-how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, once you have that like it's the cheesiest thing because everyone has told it to you at one point in your life, but it's so true. Once you have it, you never lose it.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean? Once you have the knowledge, you just have to learn how to apply it.
Yeah.
To what you want. It's so true. I mean that goes for anything, for game design, for music, you know, all that stuff. Once you have the knowledge, you can do whatever you want with it. But the biggest thing, you really learn about yourself.
Yes.
It's so true. You really learn about yourself. It's crazy because a lot of people that watch me, they're around our age range. So everyone's between like 18 to like 24, 25.
Okay.
So we're literally talking to our audience, and a lot of people. I just had one of my subscribers tell me the other day. Well, I think it was like through Discord, because I have a Discord server.
Okay.
Through Discord, that they were just starting college.
Oh.
You know, and that's crazy. It's crazy to have people, you know, to be talking to these people that I've never seen before in my life, and you know. But, you know, they tell me about their lives and stuff like that. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's
you know,
inspirational in a sense.
So, this level.
Oh my Lord.
This was the level that almost made me like throw my I'm being so honest right now.
I'm actually, I may see
I think you have to go up.
Yeah.
You gotta go up, so you just gotta wait to bow.
I'm just trying to explore it.
Oh, there you go. No, wait. It depends on what. Okay, I know how this works. I remember.
Yeah, there's so many like outlets and like so many things.
You gotta go down. So this whole piece is about going down, I believe. I know how this works because I figured out the pattern when I played through it on my first time.
It repeats.
Yeah, go this way, and then jump up. Yeah, and then bounce up. Jump. Glide across.
Wait, I just like.
I love how he's just looking up at you. Like,
yeah, it's like, what you doing?
It's like, what you doing? I'll explain the pattern after we get back to like that main room.
Just trying to see what's up with
Nice. But I mean, moral of the story, like definitely, because I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are sub to me that are around that age range where they're in college, or you know, like biggest thing is like I know it's hard, it's easier said than done, but definitely do not get discouraged.
Yes.
It's I mean, it's one of those things that there's so many people that don't get that dream job right out of college. Like, you know what I mean? That actually, the percentile is actually very small for that, actually. To land in that dream position right out of college.
Really?
Yeah. It takes time. So, that's why I've been, okay. So, like this one. Alright, so if you go to that gravity one where it shoots up. So, when you go up, the whole stage is telling you to go up. Because that's the way you went through on the gravity.
So you have to go based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be get situated.
Yes, yeah, we might as well. I don't think we're going to get the samples.
Yeah, you never know, man. You never know.
If one pops up, we're going to have to take it. We're going to have to be like, yo, we're taking it now. We're going to have to take it, and we're going to have to grab it, and we're going to have to... Ooh.
Yeah.
Got it. But... It's definitely take the time to definitely get to learn how you learn best. I think it's really the biggest thing to take away.
Biggest thing, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to learn how you like to learn. Because once you learn that, you'll learn you can literally learn anything.
Of course, like
you know
it's
what I mean?
a matter of doing that. Like
exactly.
You learn one skill and you take the steps and learn the other side of it.
Exactly.
You know, like it's one of my friends says, once you learn how to do this, that's it. You've learned what life has to offer.
Basically.
You know, and you just continue to do it, and just make sure you work your craft,
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like actually stay in the craft and just do it. Just like you do it for the love of it. It's gonna be so simple.
So because you're gonna because everything else is just gonna come to you.
Exactly. It's
just gonna come naturally because if you want to learn how to do something, then you're gonna put in you're naturally gonna put in the time. You're gonna put in everything else that comes with it because you want it.
I was like,
yeah,
the
you're
fate
good.
of it. I was like, there's no way.
There's no way.
I'm not gonna stress on it now.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay, does not want me.
This is gonna be the weirdest thing trying to edit this video.
Oh yeah.
Because it's gonna have to be chopped up. So like,
chop.
I already have a project file for Sonic Mania when I did it with Nate on Premiere Pro, which is weird because I would use Final Cut, but like, weirdest thing, you gotta go down. Yeah, you have to.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You have to go down for a bit, and then when you start going to the gravity, when you start getting to the gravity orbs, then you gotta start moving up.
Yeah, but it's like once.
yeah.
Like I said, I was supersonic, so I was like zooming through. And
so you gotta get near the spike for that other one to pop up. Alright, cool. You're good. I love how it just pops out on you like that. Woo! Alright, now we gotta start shooting up. You're a lot better at the gravity.
yeah.
Bro, I almost wanted to rage.
You know what helped me out was the levels in Sonic, the bonus level with the candy. The candy. Oh, that helped me out. So like you had the candy one, and then no, not the candy one. What am I talking about? The orbs.
Yeah.
The warp. And you had to just reach up at the top, and it would piss me off because I was just like, ugh. But it's just practice, yo. Okay, so that's close, so I guess.
So this one you're gonna have to do sides. You're always gonna be shooting off to the side now.
Ah, okay, cool.
Once I learned the pattern, I was able to fly through the stage like a lot quicker.
See what's up here. I'm at 4 lives. All right, we good. We get back in there.
Get back to that Magic 4.
Magic 4.
The Magic 4. I mean, we're back. We're back in it. We're back at it.
Decent though. I
I think I just did.
I think I just.
I think I just did. But yeah, I mean, deep talk, I guess. Deep talk, but I knew I had a lot of. I mean,
Yeah. No, it's definitely needed. I think it's definitely needed.
So I mean, even with like doing this, like I feel like this has been. It's cool because I've been able to still apply things that I've learned to this. So like, I'm still like exercising some of the stuff I've learned, yo. Like that's another thing. I've just learned how to like use what I've learned and just apply it in different situations. Like, who knew I'd even be doing this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, like you just never know.
Yeah, you never
You never freaking know.
That doesn't squish you.
Good. I don't like squish.
Yeah. There you go. Going this way.
Again. Explore me. Little teddy bear.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was crushing it.
Be careful. This level also kind of like gives me paranoid because like, you know this like, you know if you reach like 10 minutes on the stage you die?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're kind of at
I mean, don't. I mean, I wasn't saying that to put the pressure on you.
The main reason why I'm kind of like going slow, not only because of the difficulty, trying to find that
last one
without any help at all.
Yeah.
So we're
I mean, even if we don't, like,
Yeah.
it's really no big deal. We really wasn't aiming for it.
yeah.
We were
I was
just
hoping
aiming
that
for
you
something
could see like
something
kinda like the
enjoyable.
true ending.
Yeah,
I think that's it, right? And then we got this one. You know,
it's just that one. That one. So now we're just gonna go that way now. So I mean, if you don't get it, it's really no big deal.
Yeah.
Most people have seen it already. So
Yes.
because by the time this video goes out, Sonic Mania will be like what, a month old.
Yeah. I mean, it's not long anyway.
Yeah, it's not a long game. Not
Very,
long.
very 90s ending.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little cheesiness. You know, a little wink action.
Yeah. I feel like Sonic to some degree can be a little cheesy just because of like his roots.
Yeah.
In like the 90s and stuff like that. It's just really weird when they try and like for modern Sonic at least, they try and keep him hip with like the lingo and stuff. That was probably the oldest comment I could probably ever make.
It's true. It's true though.
You know, like when especially like in Sonic Adventure when he started saying that was tight, and I was like, whoa, did you say tight?
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, whoa. Like, is he speaking like that?
he said tight.
He said tight.
Yeah, and let me hold it up with Ryan Drummond is by far the best voice for Sonic.
Yeah.
And they need to get that boy back.
You know what? It's
yeah.
you just want to go that way.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We're reaching that 10-minute mark.
Actually,
Word.
yep.
So now.
Yep. Now we just going there.
Word.
All right, final boss. This will be the final boss because we did.
Yeah, we didn't get the chaos.
Servals.
Oh
But
well.
it's okay. This boss is actually not that bad.
Things that make it bad is the stuff in between.
Yeah. It's just he has that shield.
Yeah. You
really have to take your time. You really have to take your time. You really have to take your time. 6 rings. 6 rings. You have to get caught by that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's the
I thought you
worst.
can dodge it, or you know.
No, yeah, because I tried dodging it and he just does it forever.
I literally just stand here and just jump.
He like literally misses every. I never noticed that.
Yeah, it worked for me. Big time.
I don't think he can even hit the corners.
Oh, we got one ring.
Sonic game, that's all you need.
Yeah.
All you need. Alright, time to get caught again. It's so weird that you can't dodge that.
Unless you can like choose what hand. Okay, this one pisses me off.
Oh wait, aren't there extra rings in this, on these extra parts?
Not quite.
Need that ring.
Thank you, Tails.
Tails.
Ooh. And it sucks too, because if you lose it, you change rooms, that's it.
It's gonna be
That's the worst
it's
one.
gonna be over, yeah. Boom. Got
Watch
it.
out for missiles.
I definitely
Go.
You know what? I might as well just talk about, because I mean you've gotten the true ending, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll just talk about it then, because we're at the end and it's already theories on all the videos. All right, so I'm gonna bust this theory out to you now, which everyone's like theory. We talked about it off screen. Talked about it off screen. We actually talked on the way to recording.
Yeah, we did. We talked a lot.
I break the fourth. I break the fourth wall all the time. It's fine.
We tell you everything.
We tell you everything. We tell you everything. So this gem is the Phantom Ruby.
Yeah.
So you've seen the Sonic Forces trailers, right?
Yes.
So you know the noise that the Phantom Ruby makes.
Yeah.
It goes. It's like that.
Similar, right?
Yeah. It's like. If you watch the Sonic Forces intro, like when they finally introduce Infinite, when the cubes pop up, it makes this exact same noise as the Phantom Ruby.
Ah. So there might be some type of thing that goes on.
Not to mention the true ending, of this game. Sonic gets warped into a portal. Sonic gets warped into a portal with the Phantom Ruby.
Oh snap!
So the theory is that Mania is the prologue to Forces.
That's true. That could be. Yeah. That could be the factor of it.
So like, if that is true, there's extra rings on this one. I don't know if he actually needs them.
Yes. Oh my God, no.
That's the thing. That is the thing. I mean, he only has one thing now. That's it.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, we won.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Hey, I mean, at least it's not like the classic. What do you call it? The classic games where.
You know what? It's
like,
cool. I haven't seen this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I got the Chaos Emerald, so I didn't see this.
No.
So this is new for me.
Yep.
I know if you don't get the Chaos Emeralds, I think like Eggman like holds the emeralds and he's like, haha, you lose.
Something like that.
Something like that.
You can still go back into your clear, and just replay it over again.
Yeah.
And then like.
It still keeps all like your emerald progress.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a big deal. You can get all that Emerald Hill or Green Hill. Yay! That's it.
Yo, that's dope.
Woo,
Not to mention when he's like going through the portal in the true ending.
Yes.
He does the same pose that he does in the Forces.
Uh huh.
So everyone said. So the theory is that the Phantom Ruby.
Yeah.
Is actually Infinite because he has Infinite has a ruby on his chest.
Now, if that's the case, then does that mean that this Sonic here is the same Sonic, the classic Sonic, that's going to be teaming up with?
That's really where the theories that's where the theories start coming into play. So I don't really know. I mean, what we know that is true is Infinite makes the same noise as the Phantom Ruby.
Okay.
And we do know that in the true ending, classic Sonic goes through a portal with the Phantom Ruby. So evidently we're thinking that the portal, because we know that the Phantom Ruby shifts time and space.
Right.
So it transports Mania Sonic into the Forces timeline.
Okay.
And evidently Eggman uses the Ruby, and that's how he takes over the game. That's how he takes over.
Huh.
So
they would have to use it to go into a different timeline to save it.
Yeah. So it kind of gets me excited for Forces because there's a story here.
Yeah.
Like it's and if it really is building off of Mania, it does get me excited.
It gets me excited but nervous because it's just like you're carrying over a story that was just so good.
Good, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, granted, you know, Mania didn't really have too much of like a intense, complex story. But like, what it did have was, you know, that nice charm to it.
Yeah.
So like, when you bring that nice charm into something that's like gonna be taken further into a game that we don't know how good it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting because it's a classic game that's transitioning over to build a story somewhere else. So this is a first, which is cool because they can't really do like that whole time eater thing that they did in Sonic Generations. Like, oh, this is how classic Sonic is here. So if they're really bridging a story, this is how classic Sonic ends up in Forces.
Yeah.
So I guess my whole thing is just like, it's dope because it looks like they're trying to build something cool for the story. Mm-hmm. Not to mention it gives Infinite some backstory because he talks as if he knows Sonic. Mm-hmm. But if he was if he was trapped inside of the Phantom Ruby in this game and he gets out in Forces, then he would kind of have some previous connection with Sonic.
Well, what if this is the prequel of everything? Maybe they're going back in time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, say for instance, the events in Sonic Forces trigger the factor of him getting it, going into the classic world, and you know he's going back into that time, changing it. That happens, and then he goes back into Forces. There might be some type of like parallel, going back and forth, if that makes sense. And I think that's an interesting take when you're mixing the stories. That I would get excited for. And especially with the factor that all we know is that this happens after Sonic 3. Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly when. We
Yeah.
just know it happened afterwards.
Yeah.
And so that kind of leaves room to like say, okay, boom, they could have another Mania story, whatever.
Yeah, so it really could split off. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's crazy because they wouldn't use the same sound effects and stuff for like no reason. So I'm like, Sega, you sly dogs. You guys are building something in the background?
Especially when these games came out like at the same time.
Exactly.
It came literally at the same time.
Because this game literally just dropped like a week last week. Because we held off for a week to record. 2 weeks? Almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. So it's crazy how this game came out first. And if this was building up to Forces comes out in the holidays, so literally a few months later.
That's probably why that one guy at freaking E3 told me, like, straight up, he's like, yo, man, I can't discuss that information. I'm like, yo, man, you can tell me whether or not it's after 3, but if that's the parallel case, then the factor of, you know, this game coming at the end, like, that's some deep stuff right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, because, you know what, it was funny because I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it the first time I played through the game. Yeah. Because I was like, the Phantom Ruby makes that weird noise. I was like, cool. And then I watched the YouTube video, like, you want to know what else makes that same noise? And then if you rewatch that Forces trailer where they introduce Infinite, makes the same noise.
And you know, it's gonna be really awesome if, like, some of the levels that they incorporated here, they actually have modern versions of them.
That would be dope.
Like, you have a modern version of Studio Bliss.
That'd be insane.
You get what I'm saying?
That'd be insane.
Like, if for whatever reason, if there's like some type of going back motion or going parallel stories, like, that'll be a dope concept.
Yeah. So, and it's cool because we're talking about so many theories right now. Comment section will love it. Comment section will eat this up.
Think.
Exactly. Post what you think. Post what you think about the theories. I think this is really cool because, like I said, going back to Infinite and his theme, he sounds like he has like the deepest hatred for like everything. Because he's just like, you know, the difference between you and me is you live a lie, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm never ending. You know what I mean? So like, what if, because it's kind of funny, because what if Generations was celebrating Sonic's history, and now we're at the 25th anniversary, and this is pretty much like the renaissance of like, you know, classic Sonic coming back, you know, modern Sonic's getting a new game, you know, after the whole boom debacle, and you know, this is actually modern Sonic's true return to, you know, being back in the limelight.
Yeah.
So what if Infinite is out to destroy Sonic's history? I mean, Time Eater was kind of doing the same thing.
I would say maybe reset,
or maybe
because this technically, if you look at it, this is a reset. So like if for whatever reason, there's a try again.
So he's like, try again for that one emerald. And he's like juggling the
see.
Phantom Ruby. So he wants you to like go back to get that
Yo,
last
it also makes me think whether or not if there's more than one Phantom Ruby.
That could also be.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, because
and maybe they hold different powers. You feel me? Like,
that could
maybe
be cool.
just this one, because you notice it's only just this ruby.
Yeah.
You know, just that color, and so like maybe that has like some type of connection. Maybe there's more of them, and if so, if Sonic were to hold, let's just say if there's 7, if Sonic were to hold 7, that's another form.
Whole nother thing.
That's
yeah.
a whole nother form. So like, you can definitely touch up on
it. I am honestly like, because it's crazy, because after the thing, and it's crazy because if they've been keeping the stories, because that's the funniest thing about the Force's story, is they've been keeping that on wraps. Normally with most Sonic games, yeah, we'll tell you a little bit about the story. You know, it was but they've really been keeping that one. They've really been keeping Forces under wraps as far as getting into the story.
Yeah.
All we know is Eggman is taking over. So we just have this new guy named Infinite. But if these stories connect, I'm like, I want to be genuinely excited for Forces, because this could probably be like one of the best stories we probably have ever had in Sonic games.
where it continues.
It continues like this.
You know, usually Sonic games are just sparsely like put out.
Yeah, and they're just loosely. I mean, they're really not connected. They're all standalone. You can just play any one and play through the story and be like, all right, cool, we saved the day. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, so for this to have like an overarching story across the two games, kind of goes back to that whole like how I felt about like them telling better stories, and if this is like a piece of it, then I'm genuinely excited, because people have already been putting 2 and 2 together, and everyone's like, okay, I think we done figured it out, Sega.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out. If you guys super enjoyed this series, definitely leave a like. If you're new, definitely subscribe. Thank you, Chad, for being with me. This has been a blast.
It's been a pleasure.
This has definitely been a blast, and I'm probably gonna be sitting here for Forces.
Yeah.
You're sitting here for Forces. They're sitting right here for Forces.
You're gonna be speculating, figure out what Sonic is up to, and I think that yeah, man, Sonic Mania. If you guys haven't played this,
$20, guys.
$20.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
If you can get the collector's edition,
definitely.
good luck.
I think there's, well,
they're probably selling it for like.
You can still get. Well, I'm saying it. I'm probably cutting this out now.
Yeah.